My friends out here in the country, and maybe throughout Mexico, I'm not sure, have a kind of a practice of working half a day on Saturday and then breaking for the weekend and having Sunday be the Sabbath. I don't think Josue followed that today because he just got home from work at about 6 o'clock. No, almost 7. Folks have been gathering at the picnic table back over there over the course of the day. And I was just a couple picnic tables away. I've done over the course of 9 days here some connecting and bonding with my Mexican friends, only a couple of whom speak English. Josue, his brother Louis, his wife Hazel. They're the only ones who really speak English. So the language has been a barrier because my Spanish is still pretty terrible and it's hard work, wears me out. Over the course of the week, some of it has started to feel more natural, and I see the possibility of getting there by sometime while I'm down here in Mexico and still alive. But as their socialization has gotten happier over the course of the afternoon, I have felt not excluded. Alfredo from... I don't know if Alfredo's... I guess Alfredo maybe is a cousin, but he's one of the workers here. And earlier today I gave him a compliment about what a great worker he is, because he's always working hard. So he brought me some chicken. And really great chicken. Some part of the chicken, I'm not sure what part. But even though I made a deal out of walking by the table and saying, thank you, it's so delicious, muy sabroso, no es por los perros, es por mí solamente. Yeah, it doesn't go to the dogs, it's for me only. But then I came back up here to the shop, and in the kitchen area of the shop, none of them could see me, and it almost all went to the dogs. Because they wanted it, and they need it more than me. A couple of those dogs I worry about. So I'm avoiding them, and it's bringing up a memory, as everything does for me. When I was young, I guess I was high school, maybe a sophomore in high school, and hanging out at my stepdad's house. So it must have been sophomore year or later. Pretty sure, yeah, it would have been. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I can picture Ron Primo, my buddy, standing in the doorway saying, hey, Gene, Gene, my other best buddy, and I, and maybe somebody else, Alex was our fourth, are all going down to a Blackhawks hockey game. You want to go? And I did not even know why. I said, I can't, homework. It was not an examined decision. It was not a thoughtful decision. It was some kind of instinctive decision. And I always regretted it. Always. It always stood out to me as a classic example of me not choosing life, choosing my comfort zone. And I realized afterwards, one of the things I learned from my mom, she was very working class. And when she dealt with people who were a little above her class, which was often the case, the church we went to, a lot of people were higher class, she felt like she had to put her act together before she went out. And that's where I was coming from. No, it's too sudden, too impulsive, too spontaneous. I don't have my face together. I don't have my persona together. I don't know how to behave. And wow, I'm so diametrically different than that now, but look what's coming out tonight. I'm not ready. My language is not good. It's going to be too hard. The banter among the guys up here in the shop has been entirely guys, really. And some of it's been at my expense, the American and the guy who relates so differently to dogs and has a dog that I dote on so much. It's so not a part of at least the culture around this shop. And I had a tense exchange with Josue's brother that I think still hangs over the air. But today he was generous. Made a generous offer of food, fixed me a plate of food. So that it's hard to read. It's so hard to read. So hard to read. I don't mind them teasing me. Like it's all felt like good-hearted stuff. Nothing wrong. I showed off my juggling for the one worker whose name I just have not been able to absorb. A cute young guy, we're a hard worker, one of the central workers around here, and he was the only one who was watching as I was juggling my little Bluetooth speaker. This one, holy shit, everything's falling. This little Bluetooth speaker here. I was tossing it in the air and catching it, and I dropped it once, and I said, muy duro, hace por la playa. Very strong. It was made for the beach, and it's true. Even it's a cheap $15 Walmart Bluetooth speaker, but it's not bad tone, and it is relatively indestructible. So that was something. I was showing off something that's extraordinarily personal to me, my juggling. I want them to coax me out of the van. I want them to come over and say, hey, come have a beer, cerveza, or we're having dinner, come for tacos. My other phone is responding. I've been downloading a video from our afternoon walk. I'll go attend to that. He's the most dominant.